Well, hi folks, it's been a long time since I posted any video. The reason being, it's summertime here in the UK and it's time to get the motorcycles ready for the summer season. So you might be interested in a few pictures of these. There's two of my old bikes. On the right is a BSA 810. On the left is a very rare Humber 350 overhead valve. And this is my Velocet Venom structuralised. And on the floor here you'll see the kind of thing I specialise in. The crankcase is on this engine here, which is a 1929 Humber overhead cam 350. These are actually not castings. The whole thing was made by myself, cut from solid on a manual milling machine quite some years ago, about 8 years ago, and it's waiting to go into a frame which I've just started work on now. And as you can see, even the chain case for the timing has the Humber logo. My son-in-law did that with a Dremel, so it's pretty good. It's very near completion, that engine. In fact, it has had more on it than you see there. So anyway, one of the projects for the next video session is a support for a petrol tank on a frame for a motorcycle. And down here in amongst the detritus, you'll see an old motorcycle frame is for the overhead cam engine, and somebody had kindly chopped the tank supports off the frame here and here. These had been braced on for whatever reason, I don't know, way in the past. So I've got to make some new ones, and that's the project. I'm making some jigs so that I can heat the metal up red hot, put it between the jig and jam it together and turn out a bracket. Interesting thing with this frame is it's 1929 or 1930, but it's been nickel plated at some time in its former life, and I believe this was a Humber trait that all of their export models were nickel plated. You can see it here quite clearly. It's not polished nickel, but it's definitely nickel. It's not silver paint. So anyway, onto the machine and we'll get started. You might notice I've changed from using a lot of coolant via evaporation and in the cuttings, and I've always fancied trying out the fog buster, which I eventually put my hand in my pocket and purchased a fog buster unit. It's only a single pipe job. I'm very pleased with it. It does exactly what it says it does. You don't get build up of fumes in here either, so that's really good in a small workshop. Anyway, I'm about ready. The workpiece is set up, as you see. It's going to profile along the front of here. This is going to be the striking edge of the jig, and if I go onto the screen and enlarge it, you'll get some idea of the shape. It's kind of a bit of a bump there, but we'll see how it progresses. Well, that's the first pass just finished, and we're on the second pass now. And you can see the profile is taking shape there. It's a bit clouded or crowded with cutting, but you can see the half round shape, which is where the tube for the frame goes, and the two spikes they push into the underside of the metal of the clamp. All will be revealed when it actually is used. Probably try and get some video of me working the metal when it's hot. So we'll see how it goes with this one and the next one. Well, you can see now we're on the final pass. It's just a tiny little bit of metal that needs dressing off and finish. I left the switched off the buster because I wanted to go inside the house and I was running low on coolant, so I thought I'll just switch on to coolant and I'll let it finish off on there. I don't normally do the machine when it's ended, anyway, that's the first part of the end and jig finished. Okay, hopefully there's enough film space left on my memory card to take us this bit of video. You can see in the work in progress is the upper half of the die or the jig that I'm using. I'm going to be using the bender bracket for a Humber motorcycle. This is the part that will fit over the booster bend, which you saw me making earlier. So when it's all finished, we'll try it out and see what it works. There you can see the idea behind these jigs. A strip of 8th steel will go along here. It'll be heated red hot first, placed in, and then squeezed together to form this shape here, which is part of a bracket. Hi there, it's been a while since I posted, mainly as I said earlier, because it's the start of the motorcycle season in the UK. In fact, we're well into it now, it's well into the summer. It's almost over, if you can call it a summer. But the other reason is that I've got a couple of jobs that are coming to the workshop which the owners don't particularly want me to post on YouTube just yet. One is for a very late British motorcycle from the 70s that some castings have come my way to be machined. When we finish that job, I will post on YouTube, but for the moment we want to keep it under wraps. And also the other job was for some tooling, which the gentleman doesn't want me to show because that's prototype stuff and he doesn't want to give anything away until it's ready. So I understand that. So maybe I'll add another clip on the end of here. I do some work for cars. One was from my son-in-law recently, which was to dress the faces off on the cylinder head for the water coolant flange. You'll see it there, it's just a short clip. But here we are, a quick job in the workshop, machining the surface of this flange for the oil pump on a 1920s August engine. It's supposedly been reconditioned, but these flange surfaces haven't been machined, and at the other end they haven't. And also another spot is, if you look down the plug holes, maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. They haven't been machined right the way through.